The time was 12:41 a.m., March 8th, 2014. A calm night over Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, a massive Boeing 777, was cleared for takeoff. Its destination? Beijing, China. On board, 239 people from 14 different nations. Fathers, mothers, children. People returning home. People starting new journeys. But just 38 minutes after takeoff, the flight disappeared, without a trace. No warning, no mayday, no explanation. The world's most advanced passenger aircraft simply vanished into the sky. The first 24 hours, confusion, delay, and denial. At 1:19 a.m., the last words were heard from the cockpit.
Good night, Malaysian 370.
And after that, silence. Flight MH370 was supposed to enter Vietnamese airspace, but it never did. Air traffic control grew concerned. They tried calling the pilots, no response. Tried alerting the crew, nothing. But here's the shocking part. Despite this sudden loss of contact, no emergency was declared for hours. Hours in which precious time was lost. Hours in which the plane, if it was still flying, was getting farther and farther away. The radar twist, a strange turn west. Days later, Malaysian military radar revealed something no one expected. Instead of continuing to Beijing, MH370 had turned back, crossed over the Malaysian peninsula, then flew out over the Andaman Sea before vanishing from radar for good. But how? And why would a passenger plane turn around without alerting anyone? At this point, the mystery had only just begun. The satellite clues, a flight into nothingness. With no radar, investigators turned to satellites. British company Inmarsat held data, invisible handshakes between the plane and the satellite system. And those handshakes told a horrifying truth. MH370 had continued flying for over 6 more hours, far off course, deep into the southern Indian Ocean. But here's what truly shocked the world. There was no known reason for the plane to be there. No airport, no destination, just open ocean. Experts drew a search arc, a massive area stretching thousands of kilometers based on those satellite pings. And the search began, but the sea kept its silence. Theories, speculation, and global obsession. As hope faded, the world asked one question. What really happened on board MH370? Theories poured in, from aviation experts, intelligence agencies, even conspiracy theorists. Pilot suicide? Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah was experienced, calm, and well-respected. But some investigators believed he may have intentionally diverted the plane, either as a political act or a deeply personal one. Still, no clear evidence ever proved this. Mechanical failure? Could a sudden fire have disabled communication and navigation systems? But then, how did the plane fly for 6 more hours? Hijack? No terrorist group ever claimed responsibility. No demands were made. Was it a secret operation gone wrong? Alien abduction? Military action? Or a hidden base? These ideas sound absurd, but in the absence of evidence, people began to believe anything, because the ocean wasn't answering. Fragments from the deep, clues, but no closure. A year later, in July 2015, hope resurfaced, quite literally. A piece of aircraft wreckage, a flaperon, washed ashore on Reunion Island in the Indian Ocean. It was confirmed to be from MH370. Later, more debris followed from Madagascar, Mozambique, and Tanzania. But all of it, small fragments. The main wreckage, the black box, the passengers, were never found. Despite spending $200 million and covering over 120,000 square kilometers, the search was eventually called off in 2018. The plane remains lost. The unanswered questions. So many questions remain. How can such a massive plane with modern tracking vanish completely? Why did it change course? Who was in control during those last 6 hours of silent flight? And why did nobody try to contact authorities or send out an SOS? The world today is more connected than ever. Planes have GPS, transponders, satellite links. But even today, with all our technology, MH370 remains unsolved. It is one of the greatest aviation mysteries of our time. The human cost. But beyond the theories, beyond the radar, there were people. Families who waited at airports, hoping. Mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, who still don't know what happened to their loved ones. Some say, maybe one day the ocean will speak. Maybe one day we'll find the truth. But until then, Flight MH370 flies forever in the skies of mystery.